Welcome back to the game, everybody. We're continuing our scene here at the junk shop, and a couple of things as we're all learning this game together. There's a little bit in the rule book about recovering from strain that I just spotted, and it says that at the end of an encounter each player character can recover strain equal to his present score or his ranks in cool, whichever is greater. And then if you have a chance to actually get a full night's rest, you recover all strain. So that little bit of information is basically going to wipe everybody clean of any strain that they've suffered up to this point. So everybody is now at 0 strain. On Facebook, there was a good deal of discussion about how to go about getting this hypermatter reactor igniter device from the junk shop. And one question that came up was, how large is it? And I have no idea. So I just sort of came up with the idea that it's about the size of an alarm clock that would sit at your bedside. So it's a little bulky, but it's still something that you could put into your pocket of a coat or something like that. So not too large. Anyway, we're going to move on from there and take the main gist of what the players wanted to do and start to see if they can get their hands on this device. Well, I would say from the discussions of the players on Facebook that their main attempt here is going to be deception. They're going to try to say, we represent Trex and he sent us to get the part from you. So it's basically lying to Vorn. And Oskara is going to try to assist in this a little bit, using her feminine charms to help distract and soften up Vorn for this deception. However, while he's distracted, some of the other player characters are going to go about attempting to put into place a few things that will set up sort of the backup plan. And that might be stealing the item or intimidating Vorn if this deception doesn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a check for Pash, and Oskara's attempt to assist is going to add him a boost die. Looking on Pash's character sheet or folio, we go down to Deceit, and we see that he has a skill rank, and his pool is going to be a yellow die and 2 green. Alright, so we're going to add 1 of the proficiency dice, 2 ability dice, and due to Oskara attempting to assist in this, we're going to give Pash an extra boost die there. Now, what is the opposition? Well, right out of the adventure book, this is going against Vorn's discipline, and what he has, oops, we'll have to delete that one. What we have there is a red, which is actually one of the most difficult dice to roll against something, and then 1 purple. So that's going to give us our pool of dice. Let's pull back and give this a roll and see how it goes for the group. Fortunately, that red didn't come up with anything bad. So we have 3 successes and 2 advantage. It looks like it was a successful scam. Vorn has been deceived. While Pash and Oskara are inside the junk shop, Vex and the Wookiee stroll outside for a minute to have I wouldn't say a few words, but to have a communication session here with the little droid that's being bullied by Vorn. And Vex may attempt to hack the droid in order to gain his assistance in acquiring the device. Well, as it so happens, the R5 unit, R5K3, has a really bad attitude toward its master, Vorn. He can't stand the guy. And so before Vex even needs to attempt anything to try to hack into this droid and get him to cooperate, this droid is more than happy to do anything he needs to do to help the player characters accomplish their goals. And if that means putting his master at some sort of disadvantage or helping them steal something, he's happy to do it. So no hack is necessary at this point. I'm going to leave that open for the player characters as we're kind of closing the scene. If there's anything they want to have the droid steal for them, such as an emergency repair kit or one of the stim packs or some other sort of device or even some credits, the droid is willing to help you out. So for Vex and the Wookiee, think if there's a little something you want to shoplift on the way out of the junk shop. Remember, this is Star Wars Edge of the Empire. This is a game about scoundrels, so this sort of behavior wouldn't be so surprising. So you can play the good guy, or you could play the bad guy, or you can sort of be gray, somewhere in between the black and the white. So let me know if there's anything you want to have the droid do. Well, with your successful attempt there at deception, Vorn hands over the part for you. He gives you the hypermatter reactor igniter. And due to the advantage that you rolled and the way you went about it, Vorn seems to be somewhat highly attracted, I should say, to Oskara. And he goes over to a box on the shelf and pulls out this jeweled necklace. And he says he happened to find this in some of his stash around the junkyard. And he said he's been holding on to it for a special lady that could capture his heart. And he gives it to Oskara with a nice wink. And it looks as if he is expecting some sort of little kiss or hug in return. So Oskara has now gotten herself a little gift. This is worth some money. You don't know exactly how much. You'd have to have it appraised. But nevertheless, you certainly got Vorn liking you guys, especially Oskara. So you've got the device. It's now about time to clear out. So we're going to finish up this scene. Let me know if there's anything else you want to do here before we move on to the next encounter.